Hi friends, it's been a long time. I didn't post at all in June, I don't think, but it is July. I am back and I'm back with a plant haul. I love plants. You all know this. Plants are for everyone. Plants make everyone happy. Studies have shown that they improve mood, improve air quality, improve work environments. They just do all of the elevating. And if you are someone that cares about this, they give you something to nurture. Like you literally have to take care of them. They are little babies. And I love them. I love all plants that are green. I'm not great with flowering plants, but I am great with green plants. So I think I have like 10 plants to go over. I'm just gonna kind of like brush over what they are, some basic care tips, what they like, what they don't. And I think that'll be it. Hopefully this video isn't super long. I know that I've become kind of like notorious for like the 20-minute video, and I don't want this to be 20 minutes. I'm up super early, which is why I look tired probably. But yeah, I want to get this done. So let's get into it. So the first one is this Caladium. I don't know like the specific variety of it, but I have never had a Caladium before because I've heard that they're extremely difficult to take care of indoors. And I got one during this summer so that I could keep it outside because it really likes hot temperatures and it likes to get a lot of bright light. And so I got one in the summer thinking maybe I could like learn to care for it during the summer and then slowly transition it into the house. I don't know. I don't know my logic behind it. I've always wanted one because they're beautiful. Like look at those stunning colors. And this one has a lot of new growth right now. I think it has 4 new leaves popping up. I've had these for about 2 weeks. I don't know if I mentioned that. So I've had ample time to like kill this, and it seems like it's doing really well. So I'm happy for that. I have been keeping this outside. I live in Kentucky. It's humid here. It's hot here. It's been raining a lot here as well. But yeah, I have heard that these are extremely difficult to keep alive indoors. They like evenly moist soil. They don't want to be overwatered, but they like to be moist. They like lots of bright light, and I think that they really enjoy humidity. This is a Caladium, and she's really pretty, and I really like her. And you can see that's a new leaf. That's a little new leaf. That's a new leaf. Super cute. Proud of her. Her name's Callie. I don't name all my plants anymore. If you watched my first ever plant video, you know that I used to. I don't anymore because I have so many, but she's gonna be Callie because she's my only Caladium. Woot woot. The next is what is known colloquially as a mini Monstera. It's quite large, so it's hard to get in frame. This actually was an accidental plant. So I bought this thinking it was a Thai Monstera or a variegated, you know, sort of Monstera because the photos on the listing were very misleading. It's not. It is just Rhaphidophora Tetrasperma or a mini Monstera, and it is very happy. So when I got it, I don't feel like it was that happy, but all of its new growth, like all 3 of these are new. Then this is obviously new. Its new growth seems really happy, and it's also got all these little aerial roots. I do want to get like a pole for it to anchor it because it is growing obviously sideways. I haven't had this for that long. So I ordered this off of Etsy, and I decided I didn't want it like once I realized that I'd ordered the wrong plant. So I messaged them and I was like, I'm sorry, I didn't realize what I was ordering. Yeah, but the order didn't get canceled. It was a whole miscommunication. But I do really like this plant. It's really pretty. I've also been keeping this outside on my front porch with my little jungle crew because this also, I feel like this has like the same care needs as a Monstera. Like it likes a lot of light. It likes moist soil. It's done really well outside. So humidity, moisture, all the things are good for this. And it is really pretty. It's very full. It's very like viney. And obviously it would do really well with like a moss pole because it wants to climb, clearly. I love the shape of its leaves. They're very like Monstera-esque, but they have a little bit of a, you know, quirkiness with the way that the fenestrations are like fully cut. I don't know the word for that. I'm sure that there's an actual term for it. But yeah, this is a good one. I've had this for probably, I don't know, a month, maybe 2. I got it in the midst of like being at home all the time. But yeah, I like her. Next is basic. So I won this thing where I was gifted in exchange for winning a 3-month beginner plant subscription through the Sill. And what I got was I think this was my first one. Maybe it was my second one. But I got a ZZ plant, which these are These are so easy to take care of. They don't, you know, they're drought tolerant. They're not really picky about sun. They can, I mean, they might not grow in the dark, but they can live in the dark. They can live in good lighting. They're not picky. They're very easy to take care of. I have a ZZ Zenzi. I don't have, this is not one that I actually already had. But yeah, so far this has been easy. I've had this for, I don't know, 3 weeks, maybe a month. I don't remember. But I do like it. It's full. It's happy. It's very perky. It looks like a little forest of trees. And its leaves are obviously very beautiful because they're leaves and all leaves are beautiful. But yeah, these are super easy to take care of if you are like new to plants. This is definitely one that is beginner friendly, I would say, which is probably why it's included in the beginner subscription at the Sill. Oh yeah, I forgot to show you on my mug of the day, which I started to try to do that at some point. This mug is from the Koi collection, which is run by like a ceramics, I don't know what the word for that is, a potter maybe, in Austin, Texas, somewhere in Texas. But she hand threw this cup and obviously glazed it and all that stuff. But it's so cute. I love the little smile. When I saw it, I fell in love. I was like, I must have that. I bought one for myself and my husband. I'll link it down below. They like go out of stock all the time, but she always puts them back up for pre-order. So if you want one, just sign up for her emails and she will send you an email when they're back up for pre-order. Next is also very basic, but I don't have one. It's a money tree. So I did have one of these. It was like one of my very first like houseplant endeavors, and I killed it like real hard. I killed it really hard and really fast. I don't even know how I did because people say that these are so easy to take care of. I have heard that they don't like to be moved, which I do think that that's true of some plants. Like they don't like to be touched. They don't like to be moved. They'll like stop growing or drop leaves or whatever. So this is the first time I've moved this since I caught it because I'm paranoid. But yeah, it's a money tree. Super cute. I love the shape of the leaves. They kind of look like starfish. This is another plant that is not super picky about its lighting conditions. It can live in low light. It can live in higher light levels or brighter light levels. And it does like to stay pretty consistently moist. But yeah, this is supposed to be a very easy plant, a very beginner friendly plant, which I did get this plant when I was a beginner and it wasn't beginner friendly to me. But now I have a new one. I also love it. I mean, I'm going to say that about every one of these because I do love them. I think that they're beautiful. Next is actually one that I am going to have to look up right now because I do not know what it's called. It's obviously a fern. Okay, so I actually have no idea what this is. I tried to look it up and I can't figure it out based on my descriptor of it. So if you know what this is, please let me know. It is a type of fern, so I assume that the care for it is typical of a fern. I personally think ferns are pretty easy. I know that there are people that think ferns are really difficult to care for. They like moisture and humidity, and they like indirect light, I guess, dappled light. So yeah, they grow on like forest floors, so you would think that they would be used to like low light, but it's really like diffuse light or, you know, kind of, what's the word, like intercepted light. So they do need a lot of light, just, you know, it's the indirect variety. I have found actually with ferns that if you give them direct light, they will burn and their fronds will crisp up and it will not be cute or happy, just period. So indirect light is the winner. Moisture, I like to keep my ferns actually moist all the time. I find that if I don't know if it's the humidity level in my house, but if I don't, they get droopy so fast. So that's just my personal tip. That's how I've kept my ferns alive. And I think this one is really cool. It has like tri-fronds. Like it's got 1, 2, 3 fronds. It's really cool. I love the colors. I tried to look up like fern with red fronds, but couldn't find anything. So yeah, I think ferns are easy. Some people do not think ferns are easy. It just depends on like what type of conditions you have to work with, I guess. Next one also came from the Sill and it doesn't look good. So this is a Staghorn Fern and this was, if you can believe it, in worse shape when I got it. So this has like really damaged fronds. Like almost all of them are damaged at the ends. I don't know what happened to it. It's reasonably perky. I mean, its fronds are damaged. Like this one is broken. Its fronds are damaged. It definitely has some sadness happening, but I do think that if it does get new growth, it will be good, because it does seem like when I first got it, it was just completely droopy. I've had it for probably 2 weeks now, and this is the liveliest it's ever looked. So these like to stay moist. They also like medium and direct light, like most ferns. I'm gonna guess that it was the temperature when it was delivered to me. Like when it was shipped, it was really hot. So I think it just kind of zapped it. Like it just, I don't know, but it honestly looks awful, and it makes me sad, but I'm trying to revive it. Like this frond is reasonably good, but almost literally all of the other ones are damaged, which is sad. Like the ends are so crispy, like just so crisp. The soil was dry, so I watered it, and it didn't really revive at all. Like it took forever for it to kind of perk back up, which was strange. I sent them a picture of it, and they were like, oh, that looks healthy and normal. And I was like, all right, the ends are gray and crispy, but that's okay. We have this fern, which I also don't know what this is called. So for some background, I have pretty much switched to exclusively shopping through this little nursery that is near my house. It's local, it's cute. They have a great selection of plants. Their plants always seem really healthy. And one of the things I really love about it is that the gardening people there seem to actually know that different plants require different care. That is what I see as one of the biggest downfalls of like big box stores. The people who care for them are just kind of rotated in, and they don't necessarily even think about whether or not a plant needs to be watered every day. So a lot of plants end up kind of damaged at stores like that because they're either overwatered or underwatered, and it's just the whole thing. So anyway, the nursery that I shop at now, like they do identify some of their plants, but not all of them. Not like these ferns. They don't have little stakes in them, so they don't have names. And these did not have markers near them. Like sometimes they have little signs or placards that signify what is around that sign or placard, but these didn't have that. And this was the only one they had of this. So this is a fern. It looks kind of like coral. It's really cool. I don't know if it's like meant to look this way or if this is just like a dead plant, but I'm gonna Google it and see if I can find what this is. Okay, so again, I can't figure it out. This looks kind of like if a Kimberly fern and a foxtail fern had a baby. I don't know if it's like, I don't know if this is what it's supposed to look like. Like I said, this was the only one of this variety that they had. The leaves feel pretty coarse, like they don't feel crunchy. But yeah, I don't know what this is. Maybe this is dead. Maybe this is just not a healthy plant. Maybe it's not supposed to look like this. But this is what it looked like when I bought it, and I thought it looked really cool. I thought it looked like coral. So if you know what this is, let me know, because I would love to know. I've just been caring for it the way that I would any other fern. Like I said, indirect light, moist soil, humidity. Yeah, so I think this is like the coolest. And it looks good. Like if it is dead or dying, it looks nice. It's still green. It hasn't turned brown. Okay, next is a blue star fern. I think that's what this is called. Again, this is my first of this. So let me Google, make sure I'm giving you the right name. Yes, this is a blue star fern. So this is super cool. I really love ferns, if you could not tell. Ferns are some of my favorite plants. This has the beginnings of a ton of cute little new fronds, and it likes humidity. So that being said, I do want to mention this, like all of these plants that like moist soil can still be overwatered. You can still totally kill them if you overwater them, just to let you know. But yeah, I love ferns. They're really great. Isn't it cute? I love it. Okay, last fern already has a pot. So this is a button fern. Super cute. I've always wanted a button fern, but I've never had one. This one was like $5, and it's the perfect hair for this pot. Same care, moderate, indirect light, moist soil. I should probably water this. Like I said, I think ferns are pretty easy. Not everyone agrees with me. They're so lively though. I love how much volume they have. I love how lively they are. They definitely do the work to liven up a space. I will say though, if you have cats, a lot of ferns are cat friendly or pet friendly in general, but my cats love to chew on ferns and palms and things that have like fronds that are pretty stringy, or like the money tree. My cats love the money tree. I don't know if the money tree is pet safe. I keep it away from them. I just know, like, they've snuck into my office when I'm in here and I've caught them like trying to chew on it, which, you know, like if it's pet friendly, like ferns, I mean, that's fine, but it makes your plants look bad. It ruins their aesthetic quality, and it obviously is not great for your plant. So I would try to keep them away from your pets if they are mouthy, or if they do like to chew on things like that. Just either keep them elevated or keep them in a room where your cats don't go. My dog doesn't bother any of my plants. So, I mean, if you have a dog that does that, same rules apply. Okay, the last one is an Alocasia Polly. I actually already have one of these, but when I got it, I had just absolutely no idea how to take care of it. So it dropped a lot of leaves. So I wanted a newer one that was more voluminous, and here she is. So they obviously have these really striking dark leaves with these, you know, lighter lines on them. The bottoms are almost purple, the bottoms of the leaves. So I've heard like varying takes on how to care for this. I mean, the universal is that it requires moist soil. I water mine about once a week, I would say, and it does like bright but indirect light. I have heard from a lot of people that these don't like to be misted. Like, they like humidity, they like moisture in the air, but that they don't like to be directly misted with like a spray bottle or something. If you are someone that, you know, lives in a not so humid environment, you know what I'm talking about. I've heard that these don't like to be misted, so I've never misted mine because I was scared that it would cause it to drop leaves. That being said, the internet says that it likes to be misted, so do with that what you will. I've just kind of been opting for putting it near a humidifier, keeping the area around it moist, but not directly misting it with anything. So, yeah. But I love, this is like one of my favorite plants because of how striking it is. It's just such a beautiful plant. And this one was only like $8. So yeah, that is my current, like, these are my new plants, or my newest plants. I really love all of them, especially the ferns and the caladium. I've wanted a caladium forever, but I just didn't think I could care for it. And I mean, maybe I can't. We'll see. It might die. I'm not above that. I mean, like, I do love plants, but every now and then we have a casualty. It's just the way that the world works, I guess. But yeah, like I said at the beginning, plants are for everyone. There is a plant for everyone. There's a plant for every space. If you have no windows, no light at all, there's a plant for you. If you have all the windows, all the light, there's a plant for you. If you forget to water your plants, there's a plant for you. Like, yeah, there are just some plants that if you can kill them, you deserve a special award because they're really hard to kill. But then there are some plants that are just very easy to kill. So yeah, like fiddly figs. Okay, so this video was a lot longer than I intended for it to be. I hope that I can cut a lot of it out because I did do some Googling in the midst of the video. So hopefully there's time to be cut off. I really hope you enjoyed this. I've missed you all. I am glad to be back. I will see you all super duper soon. If you are not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. It would mean a lot to me. And I love you all. Bye.